Hello? There we go. There's one other thing I think I need to fix on the mic headset. Maybe. All right, no, it's fine. Is it not too loud? I'm just wanting to make sure that I'm not blasting your ears out. Okay. So again, I'll reiterate, we have Louie playing Rebels for the King's Gambit, and on the right we have Yoann playing as FO for the Gamblers. It's a game 2. King's Gambit is up 1-0 right now. We have Arvel with Intimidation, Sabine with Clan Training Mando Optics, Keo with Sense and Cluster Missiles, Tycho with Composure, Crackshot, Proton Rockets, and Munitions Failsafe, and then finally Ahsoka Tano with Extreme Maneuvers, Instinctive Aim, and Magpulse Warheads. On Yohann's side, we have Rush with Sensor Scramblers and Advanced Proton Torpedoes, Breach with Proton Torpedoes and Concussion Bombs, which we see him dropping one right here to give Rush the I-6 condition. And then we have First Order Courier with Biohex Crypt Codes, Agent Terex, Tactical Officer and Targeting Computer, and then finally, to round it out, we have Normal Kylo Ren with Brilliant Evasion, Sensor Scramblers, and Advanced Proton Torpedoes. They're playing Assault as well. And Yoann's list is actually a 49-point list, which isn't something we see very often. Yeah, I was looking through the First Order Couriers and like the different shuttles, and I believe saving the 1 point and bringing the First Order Courier is actually better than bringing any of the more expensive ones in this situation because it has more loadout, is a point cheaper, and doesn't hurt you for having an ability, because the other ones will hurt all your ships, like Malorus would be 10 points. But if you roll a blink, you have to re-roll it for a strength, which isn't good when you're I6 and I5. And then the other one is if you roll 2 dice or less, you can add an additional hit or roll additional die. I think that's Gideon Hask. But he takes a strength for that, and the only ship that would really work on is Breach if he's not shooting a proton torpedo or himself. Yeah, Terex would be a decent option. I do believe that the whole point of this, though, was to have the most loadout on the courier itself, because the 3 points that he needed, I think, was to give him tactical officer, in which he can just coordinate people and not feel stressed over it. Yeah, you are right. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Kylo decloak this turn and just 5 straight lock Ahsoka. Because worst case, you bump into her. Best case, you get to APT her. I don't think Sabine is going to turn in on you. If I had to guess, Sabine's going to just go straight and try and blow up this first order courier. The bomb did go off. They just forgot to remove it. The bomb and the damage is on him. I am a little worried for Ahsoka this round, unless she goes super quickly. The issue here is that breach, depending on initiative, will be able to just lock her and get the proton torpedo off. There they go. They're removing the bomb. Personally, this may be a little biased, but I gotta root for Louie here because King's Gambit, and as well, this is his first game, he said, in the grand old 2026. So I'm rooting for him to do well and have a fun game. Yeah, he could have run Vonreg as well instead of Rush, or instead of Kylo, I think. But I don't know. Like there's positives to both of these. Yeah, he's been a very, very busy man. Which, I mean, respect goes to him. He's putting his time aside for us, so. Yeah, I don't hate the um, the 3-bank focus boost to try and bump Rush. The only problem I see with it is if Rush slowballs it enough, since he's activating at I6, he can just 2 straight right in front of you, or 2 bank and then boost towards Tycho and obliterate one of them. I'd guess Tycho's going to try and do the same thing with a 3 bank and boost focus. Oh, fair point. Fair point. Although if you expect that, you could decloak forward and then 5k behind. Decloak forward, have the courier give you the target lock or whatever, like a focus or something. If it moves quickly enough, it should still be in range to throw a calculate out to him, so you could have the lock and the calculate 5k behind Arvel. And then you just need to worry about Kyo, but Kyo's not in range to lock you this turn anyways. There's the decloaks. We'll coordinate. It's going to coordinate breach instead. probably wouldn't have bothered coordinating Breach because Breach isn't going to be able to lock anyways. So it serves you a greater purpose to give Rush the focus or the target lock. Maybe. We could see that. Marvel's in a little bit of a tricky spot. I think you focus boost straight in case he does the 5k. He won't have range 1, I don't think. And if he went slow, he still flies past you because I don't think they're on a collision path. Yeah, so he'll just fly right next to you. Take the focus boost forward. Oh, right, it's a 4k on them, isn't it? Not a 5k. Here is where I think you evade with Sabine because she can get the focus from clan training anyways. And you know you're probably eating a proton torpedo. Takes an evade with Kyo into a boost. I am worried. Depending on what Kylo did, he could get anybody here. With an APT, I believe. There's the 2 hard, and Keeper mentioned. Most likely we'll just see a lock onto Sabine here. Three hard in by Kylo. I think you boost left and target lock. Should be range 1. You could go all in onto Sabine here. I just think it's harder to kill her because of her ability. I would like to see the shot on Kyo because Kyo can't even really use his ability here. Based on where all the rocks are. So they'd have to go straight. And you would have avoided Ahsoka entirely as well. I think if you are Ahsoka, you boost target lock onto Breach because you don't want to shoot a concussion missile at... Well, you'd lock but then boost at Breach because you don't want a concussion missile Sabine if she's somehow still alive. Well, he boosted Buddy to get the APT. I thought that he should turn towards Kyo still, but Ahsoka chose to lock Kylo. I don't think she has a shot currently. She should boost in. She could also coordinate Kyo, since she did complete the maneuver, and I think she was in range too. There's not a stress on Kylo. Yeah, I think if your goal was to shoot at Sabine with 2 APTs or a proton torpedo and an APT, Kylo should have gone after Kyo. Okay, they got it. They got it. Takes the focus on Rush instead. Kylo definitely did get the APT. Rush would have 100% got the APT as well, and Breach has a proton torpedo with double mods. It's a little bit of overkill, in my personal opinion. Rush is choosing not to use the APT. He didn't take the lock. He just took a focus. Spins for 3. Sabine will evade that with her ability and be completely fine. Watch Sabine just get out of this without taking more than a shield, somehow. It's a good proton torpedo. We'll get 4 hits. Have to spend focus. Takes 2, which is half. Maybe a curse Sabine. I don't believe in that. Caster cursing doesn't exist. No. Don't believe you. Here's the APT though. Good luck, Sabine. Okay, well he will spend both force and it doesn't matter at this point. She still forced all 3 shots to go into her. I mean, it's not great that you lose her at all. But on the flip side, she did eat all the shots. I mean, you gotta shoot at Kylo. He has no force. Three hits coming from Ahsoka. Kylo will take 2. I think you keep going into Kylo here. It's too bad Ahsoka didn't coordinate Kyo the lock, but hit crit. Kylo will take the crit. That'll be half points. Console fire. You weren't too far off, Andre. You just missed the 1 of 8 in both the rolls. Kyo is fine. And then objective scored. I believe it is 2-2. No, yep, it'll be 2-2. So both players get 2 points. Why would Louie not be allowed to use the Punisher token? Everybody's allowed to use the Punisher token. It's the best token, don't you think? That's close, Innkeeper, but I think it just doesn't fit. I could be wrong. It depends on where it lands with the nubs. Because if the nubs weren't there, I think it does. It's really close. Because normally I think the base should land right where those nubs are. Goes out just to about here, and then your base would extend to about right there, and either just clip the base or just clip the nubs. I can't imagine it hurts to try. Just one bank right anyways. See, depending on who goes first, it might be worth locking Tycho, because Arvel might get too close to use your proton torpedoes. Yeah, it's close. It might... that 5 straight might still just fit. I think it does. So I believe the 5 straight extends to about right here. Then the base would just fit, maybe? Ooh, that is a good point. You could always coordinate rush. Rush is not stressed, so what you could do is you could do a 3 straight here, since you move first. Coordinate him a boost. 5 straight Kylo, do whatever. And then you could 5k with rush and throw him a calculate. Well, if the courier 1 straights, he's blocking rush entirely. But if he does the 3 straight, he might block Kyo and get a 5k behind them all. Yeah, precisely. Right, 4Ks. So say you boost him though with the coordinate. You're going to be right here, and Ahsoka's going to 2-bank in, and you should still fit over with the 4K. I don't think there's anything Ahsoka can do to block it. Alright, coordinates a focus to breach. There's the 2-bank by Arvel. I would assume we're going to see a focus boost. Yep. Do you still see a bump by Kyo? Kylo will focus, only has 1 force. I think there's a reasonable chance Kylo just dies this turn. Reach for the lock on Tycho, force him to at least think about what he wants to do. And then if you're Tycho in this situation, you can either barrel roll and then boost, which should get you out of his arc fully, or you can take the evade boost and use Tycho's ability with composure and just evade focus. Oh, it takes the barrel roll instead though. Does have procket, so we might see him fail it intentionally. Because he also has crack shot. Although does that only work on primaries? Yeah, that's only on primaries. Oh, fair point, Desi. Fair point. I might have just barrel rolled boosted then. To avoid getting shot entirely. So if you're Ahsoka here, what I would do is coordinate Kyo, the target lock, onto Kylo. And then what you can do with Ahsoka is just block Kylo as well. And Kyo should have cluster missiles, so you could set up Kyo even while stressed to get a nice double tap on both Breach and on Kylo. Oh, well then you just focus and coordinate and it's the same thing. I missed it. It's right here. Ahsoka's ability is only range 0 to 2 or 1 to 2? It is range 1 to 2, so you could definitely get Kyo. It might be the other Ahsoka that's 0 to 2. I think he's thinking about boosting Arvel because she has Intimidation. I think she was thinking about boosting it into Breach. But I think getting an extra shot and a double mod on Kyo would be better. Just gives the target lock to Arvel. Arvel did already boost, yeah. That is a good point. Yeah, he wasn't stressed before. That is a nice 4K right behind Kyo. And then he's going to throw the Calculate onto Breach. A little bit of a missed opportunity with Kyo, but it's okay. 3 hits going into Kyo. Spend the Force for 2. Only take 1 shield. Yeah, I mean, since he didn't get any eyeball results, it's nice he didn't get it. Oh, you correct. That was Tycho's second stress. I'll tell them after the round. Sad proton torpedo beginning. Rolling for... Oh, this was Kylo. Okay, so Kylo rolled very sad dice. Got 1 eyeball. I can't imagine he spends here. We'll see if it matters. Hopefully, I'll get to tell him that Tycho should have a second stress. We'll spend the lock on those 2. Will be 3 hits and a crit after spending the Calculate. Tycho will eat 3. Wait, that wasn't into Arvel. Yep, there we go. Disabled power regulator. So doesn't get to shoot the procket now and no longer has a focus. That is very sad. Ahsoka will use the lock. Kylo will take one more. Let's see. I don't know. That's very, very close. I don't. It's close enough that I'd just try and bank. Finally with Kyo. Shooting into Kylo again. That'll be a good roll. 2 hits and a crit after spending the focus. And that'll be the death of, well, maybe not. Damaged engine. Okay. I forgot that Kylo had brilliant evasion and spent the force for the first shot. And only 1 hit coming in from Arvel. Does have a lock. I don't know if he remembers he took the lock. Doesn't appear so. Kyo will take 1 more and that'll be half. For objectives, FO has center. They're tied on the bottom. Or no, FO has bottom actually. And Rebels have the top one. No. FO does, or Rebels don't have any of them. Yeah, I mean, sitting right in the middle of all 3 really, really helps here. I'd argue it wasn't an accident. Because he did do the 4K with Rush, so it would make sense. Tycho should be ionized. I don't see the token. If you're this shuttle, does Innkeeper, you would know better. They have what, a red 4 straight? Because I think you either red 4 straight or you just too hard left and ignore that there's a debris cloud right there. Yeah, sometimes they really do hide under the ships and get boggled down under other tokens. I don't blame you, buddy. And yeah, Betty, they had forgotten about the lock until after the round was over. I don't think you should have given Arvel the lock anyways, because Kyo has cluster missiles. But well, see, I don't hate that, but I think you want to turn Rush back in with like a 2-bank, or so you can keep chasing down Ahsoka and then Arvel or Tycho. Because if you go straight here, you're limited to a 1 hard right next turn, which isn't terrible. And it's not terrible, but I don't know what Kyo's doing. I believe Rush still has his APT as well. Yeah, he does. It does not appear so. I think we're seeing a sense here. During the system phase, you may choose one ship at range 0 to 1 and look at its dial. The dial that got flipped was Kylo's 5 straight. There's the 2 hard by the shuttle, which means Rush is going to 2-bank in somewhere. We did also see the bomb drop. And a jam onto Ahsoka. We are going to see a barrel roll. I like this move. You know Kylo's doing the 5 straight, so you're just going to block him onto his own bomb, and then he's going to die anyways. Kyo will 2-bank and stress focus. The issue with this bomb, though, ooh, friendly. That's not good. Is this bomb is still hitting potentially all 4 of the rebel ships that are left. That is also a shield on Ahsoka. And that'll be the death of Tycho as well. Oh. Disconnect from server. What time is it? It's 6:02, and we're on a Tuesday, so it wouldn't surprise me if we just got hit with the Steam update. So I'm going to jump back into the VC with them real quick and let them know what's going on. And I'll be right back with y'all.
Hey, we got disconnected. The server restarted.
Cool.
Okay, we can hang out.
You are the host, so you should have a save somewhere.
Okay. Well, we know what happens anyway. So Tycho dies, Kylo dies, half on Ahsoka. Kyo probably dies. I don't know where Rush is going.
Is one as I cannot connect at the moment, so it might be a couple of minutes before I can come back.
I'm in the server browser waiting. Oh, I can see an NCX.
I cannot sign in for some reason. Oh, I got the QR code, so I got the the double authentication thingy. So I'm cool. I should be logged in back, and I'll join whenever. Cool. Cool.
Okay. The real question is, what did Rush do?
It's an astute question, but you already used the sense once. I will not be fooled. One strength actually does not work. It's on the rock, so I hope he did not dial that.
No, I think it didn't go on the rock.
I don't know. I don't have it
Dodged
right
the
now.
rock.
I don't know. I'm not in the game yet.
I think we did it and it dodged. It didn't land on the rock.
I can't remember.
Oh,
No, I
yeah,
do
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I do. I said that you bumped.
You're right.
Bumped. For some reason, I
That's
cannot see
I
the
did the two straight.
game.
Okay,
What?
well, I have
Yeah, but
unloaded it. Yeah.
okay. It's just that. Yeah, it's refreshing. Just like it's. I don't. Oh yeah, at last. Just that the referencing of the games was very 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 long.
Yeah. Tycho is going to do the one straight, not the two. Ahsoka's going to bump. And she oh,
Yes.
ooh. No, I don't think it's going to happen. I think I got Kylo.
Yeah, Kylo is very dead.
All right, and we are back. They're just refreshing all their dials and stuff. Yoann got back in. So we should see everything move now. Just seeing them fix the board state. Yep, I'll restart the timer when they get everything set back up to where it was. It was running for about a minute, and the one straight did fit by Tycho. I just don't want to start the timer before they've fixed everything. There was the one hard, and I think that was everything, so I'll start the timer now. Kylo does bump, so that'll be the end of Kylo. Tycho might not be in range of the bomb. It's really close. Depends on where these little nubs end. Nice move by Breach. We'll get a lock on Tycho either way. Rush will bank in. I think you just take the target lock here. You didn't bump Keo. Target lock Keo with the APT and then throw Calculate to him. This is going to be a rough round for Rebels. Doesn't hit Arvel, doesn't hit Tycho, but it does hit Ahsoka, which will give half points, and it does hit Keo. Kylo will blow up, Ahsoka will take one under, and Keo will take one under. Keo is taking the crit to not take the strain, and it's a damaged engine. And then we are seeing the Calculate get thrown to Rush. Oh, doesn't spend. Okay, he is spending the APT. Well, he just natties 5 hits, so who needs a Calculate? And that'll be the end of Tycho. Or not Tycho, Keo. Ultra super mega dead Keo. Yeah, couldn't sense too much after that one. Tycho has maybe a shot onto the shuttle. I don't believe so. Just out. So Breach will get a nice shot into Tycho. Oh, Ahsoka can shoot first. Is jammed, but has 2 force. We'll spend 1 force. And we'll spend the Calculate and take 1 on the shield. Breach will shoot range 1 into Tycho. Does have a lock. Only one hit, so Tycho does have a chance to live. Will live. FO will get 4 more points, and Rebels will get 2. The issue now is I'm not sure how you keep the rest of your guys up and running. Rush should be able to just slowly get rid of them one by one. They're on such low HP other than Arvel. Maybe he wasn't in range of this one. But they definitely own both of these. Wait, maybe Tycho's in range? Yeah, he's not quite in range. Just out with both of Ahsoka and Tycho. Yeah, this is a pretty decent FO list. I'd probably run Vonreg over somebody, but for reliability's sake and 4 dice, Breach is amazing. And then the double APT is also super nice. Going into turn 5 though, 22 minutes left. Ahsoka needs to pick up a lot of the slack here, and Tycho needs to live. Rolled the same things. Has to drop the concussion missile, or concussion bomb. Rolling for Agent Terex. Gets a jam. Or calculate. It is a calculate. Oh, I didn't realize my thing was on, so let me change this. still think the focus boost up is your best option here. I don't know that I understand the role too much, just because I don't think that Rush is going to be doing a 3-bank or anything. If anything, if you did the focus boost here, you might have obstruction from closest to closest. Reach just 1 straight into Tycho. No point in taking a stress focus. Nobody's going to be shooting you. One hard by Ahsoka. You can either focus boost or you can roll to the left. If you boost, you should still have a shot. It'd be close, but if you roll, you guarantee you have a shot. Both ways, depending on what Rush does, you're in danger of dying. Does go with the roll. Two bank with Tycho. Can take a focus and maybe get the procket off. So close. I think that's just out of bullseye. Still will take the target lock, failed boost into a focus. There is Rush with the 1 hard. Shooting at Ahsoka. 4v2. There is a chance. He is strained. Ahsoka does live. Even with the reroll of 2 dice, does live. That's very unfortunate for FO, but amazing to see Ahsoka live there. Shooting at Tycho. 1 hit. Gets 1 evade. The bomb did not hit anybody. Yep, they saw the bomb. It didn't hit anybody. It's all good. All good. It hit crit coming in from Ahsoka. Two shields down on the shuttle. And that is in bullseye, so this will be a procket. Has the double mods for the focus lock. Oh, just natties, 4 hits and a crit. And the shuttle should be dead. No, it has a calculate from underneath. Tarek saves the shuttle maybe. 3 hits and a crit. Blinded pilot. But Arvel has a chance to finish it off immediately. It is range 2. And you don't have the focus. Just barely survives on 1 HP. One hit going back into Arvel. Arvel will evade it. FO will again be on more objectives than Rebels, so it will be 2 to 4. Yeah, killing that shuttle would have been so huge there because you would have gotten the 4 points and stopped FO, and you would have gotten the full 9 points from the shuttle. But now you have to chase it down for another turn. Plus, all your ships are stressed, which means you kind of have to take a turn to disengage, other than with Tycho maybe. But Tycho's on 1 HP. Yeah, I like to stop. Personally, I like to stop more because then you're forcing that. If Tycho or Arvel turns towards the shuttle, they're either going to bump and do a bunch of friendly bump stuff, or they're going to overcommit and just miss you entirely. Plus, stopping would leave space for a rush to do the 4K right here. You're all good, Wani. No worries. Gets the jam on the shuttle. Does do the stop. And just as Innkeeper predicted, the ship will overcommit. Take a focus, and then I think you boost right. I don't know what Ahsoka's doing technically, but if she's not doing a hard turn this way, you just boost. You get out of the arc. Alright, is going to use her ability. We might see an evade boost here. Yeah, that was a nice loop. What you do with Ahsoka is you evade with Ahsoka. You coordinate Arvel the evade boost. Or I guess you can't evade. Choosing not to use the ability? I mean, I guess you should kill the shuttle before Arvel needs to worry about anything. Yeah, you're right. I was just thinking for Arvel to do the evade boost with Ahsoka's ability. I'm not sure how Tycho did a red maneuver. So it'll be the 2 white straight. And then you can still do the focus boost and whatever, because he won't have all the stress tokens still. Yep, he can still focus. We see the reload by Breach. Ooh, and a bump. Yoann's giving the entryway for Rebels back into this game. Rolls a bunch of blanks. Ahsoka will be fine. No, shoot Tycho first. Shoot Tycho first. He only has 1 shot. You have double mods. They're both I-5. Please. Chooses not to. It's fine. Shuttle will live. Yeah, I agreed, Desi. He should have shot Rush. He should have shot with Tycho first, and then if the shuttle was still alive, shot with Ahsoka. You spend your lock on those. You don't want to die here. I think you have to spend your focus now. He's disarmed anyways. Wait, why didn't he spend his focus? Rush already shot. Yeah, I forgot that Rush was I6 for a second. All right, it's fine. It's fine. Everything went according to plan. The shuttle dies. It might be messy, but we got there in the end. And with this, I think based on the positioning here, Rebels may be the only one with an objective. Yeah, Rebels are the only one with the objective, so they'll get 4 more points. Because this is tied, and then he owns this one. The comeback is real. These 1 HP A-Wings. The only thing he has to worry about, and this is the scary thing, is that Breach now has a proton torpedo. I think what you do, if you're Arvel, is you 2-bank this way, and you just evade. Because if you 2-bank, you're maybe do the 2 hard. I'm not sure. I think either the 2 hard or the 2-bank is what you do. And what that does is it should give you obstruction. You take the evade. Ahsoka moves, gives you a focus. Ahsoka does have the mag pulse. That is true. That could become huge right now. Well, I think you 1 straight Innkeeper because that way you can roll either way. There's the one hard. I think you should have done the two hard. This is a little scary. It's a little scary. Louie is also first player, so he can take the mag pulse shot onto breach. First order courier and Arvel are what the locks are on breach. First order courier is dead, but they'll figure that out anyways. It doesn't matter. Yeah, now what you do with Ahsoka is you target lock. I'd probably give Tycho an evade here. Because Tycho's on 1 HP, you can use your ability. Well, he was stressed. That's why he couldn't. What do you call it? Talon roll. Does have the range 0 into Ahsoka. Only gets 1 crit. No, Ahsoka! Oh wait, she had the shield. She still had the shield. She still has 1 shield. She has 1 HP. I thought she was on 1 hull. I mean, she is, but... Spend the lock. He did use the mag pulse charge. Spend your lock, please. Spend a force to guarantee it. No matter what, he loses his focus token, takes a crit, and loses a shield. They're the evades for Ahsoka. So they tie on that objective, and then Rebels will get that top one, and nobody gets center. So 4 more points for Rebels. The comeback is happening. After losing these poor A-Wings through conch bombs and APTs, he's bringing it back. No, Rush did not take a stress. He just bammed into Ahsoka and didn't take anything. I mean, if you're Ahsoka, you probably just... You have 1 minute left. You have to half point something. Where are they going to run to, fam? They need 2 objective points. He knocked off Arvel's lock. Well, Breach had a lock on Arvel. He knocked it off. Or did he just focus? I don't remember. I think if you 3-sloop with Breach, you go right, because that template, I think, will go over Ahsoka. And that's the only way you're going to get a lock. Or you can't do the 2 hard, though, because that bumps. And then you do a 1 hard right with Rush, or a 2 hard right with Rush. Like, ideally, you do a sloop here, and then you either do a 2 hard boost this way, or you 2 hard right, and try and chase Tycho. Either way, Rebels need to have 2 objectives to either tie the game for it to continue. Ooh, that is a good point. You could boost forward here, but I don't know, because if you boost forward, you're probably gonna land on this with the sloop, I think. The issue for Rebels is I think they need to commit to a fight somewhere, because I don't know that they can get 2 objectives. But realistically, Tycho could 1 hard and then just barrel roll, or 2 hard and barrel roll, and Rush can't get a shot unless he Talon rolls, in which case he's not getting a focus. Ahsoka can 5k off of that, or do the sloop left, and then coordinate Tycho another action. I think that's your best. Ahsoka could also just sloop right. I think the sloop right might fit, depending on who goes first. It'd be a little close. I don't know. Well, Rebels tie this round and could probably win the following turn if they claim 2 objectives. I don't know. I think it ends right here. 3 sloop? Focus going to fail the boost intentionally. I like this. Breach will move first. Right? No, Tycho should move first. Tycho and Ahsoka. Okay, so he forgot to do the boost, and Louie's being a very nice gentleman and letting him boost. Barrel roll. If you go all the way forward, I think you can fail the barrel roll or the boost somewhere. Ahsoka will 1 hard. This will put her on both objectives. Tycho 100% has both objectives right here. And he turns away. No matter what, he can boost here, but then he gives up this objective. So all you do here is you focus and hope to not get half pointed. Well, Breach took the focus. You need 1 more damage into Breach to win. He has 1 shield up still. Oh yeah, into Rush, 1 damage wins. 2 dice from Arvel. Gets the 2 hits. I don't know what he was rolling. He gets the 1 damage in. Rush is half pointed. And just like that, he will win from the back. The biggest comeback we've seen all season. Rebels will get 4 points as well. Louie's first game of 2026 makes a gigantic comeback. Brings the 2nd win for his team this week. And did it with 5 A-Wings on effectively 1 HP. Great flying by Louie. Good flying by Yoann. Just in the end, the dice and the positioning were just better for the A-Wings. Either way, great game, and I will try to figure out how to send you all to NCX real quick. There we go. And have fun, everybody, being shifted over.
Did he push a crate through? I swear that was 2. Oh, Mega Pulse, that's what that was.